Hey race fans, it's the off season officially. We crowned a champion for 2020. We finally made it through Phoenix. I'm going to welcome in our championship winning crew chief, Cole Pearn. Cole, we've been saying this youth movement of NASCAR is coming and all these young guns are coming. We had one that won the championship, 24-year-old Chase Elliott in the 9 camp, get it done at Phoenix.
Yeah, crazy. We all talked about who was going to have the momentum going into it, and clearly coming off their win last week, they had it, and they brought a great car. And you never know when you win the next week before how prepared are you going to be, and they did a great job, brought a great car, and definitely had the speed to do it, and they got the job done.
Brought a new car to Phoenix, one that they've never run before. But was the 9 car just better than everybody else, or did the other 3 make mistakes?
I think the only one that could have really ran with the 2 as with the 9 was the 2. But they just continued to make mistakes on pit road. I think the lap time and the speed was there, and I think we saw at the end of stage 2, great battle between the 2 of them. I think we were all hoping that we'd see that in the final stage, but they just couldn't get off pit road, and he continued to lose track position and have to spend the whole run making it back up. And when you're doing that, it's just you can't compete with the guy that isn't making mistakes, and that's what we saw.
So you're pinpointing the pit road miscues for the 2 on costing him the championship?
I would say, yeah. I mean, at least a shot at it. I mean, I don't think anybody would argue with that. The fact that they had the speed, and if they could have ran the 9 straight up, it would have been interesting to see.
Well, Denny Hamlin didn't get it done again. He ended up 4th in the playoff standings. Is he going to ever win a championship? I know a lot of people compare him to Mark Martin, and he's been so great and so dominant, but can't check that final box of making a championship run and winning the championship. What's going to happen with the 11?
He can totally win a championship still. I mean, they had a great season. 2 years in a row they've made the Final Four. Obviously, that whole group seems to have momentum. Yeah, they did. They had a lemon yesterday, but I mean that's kind of how this format could go. I mean, they can easily come back hungrier and more prepared for next year and get the job done. I don't think it's a question of talent. It's just it's one race. It's crazy hard to win. It's got to go your way, and they've got the speed. I think with the rules similar to how it was this year, there's no reason they can't make it back, and I think they'll be better prepared, for next year.
Well, we also saw in Friday night in the Truck Series race and Saturday in the Xfinity Series race, it was those late cautions and the pit strategies that ended up kind of determining a winner, whether or not you came down pit road to take new tires. That didn't happen in the Cup Series. Why not?
Chase Elliott was leading. No, I don't know. I think it just goes to the pedigree, the talent that's in the Cup Series. I mean, I just think you see less mistakes and less cautions just from that standpoint that you see in the other series. There's a little bit of chaos in the back half of the field in those other 2 series that can usually breed a caution. And yeah, I mean, we didn't see it in the Cup Series. I don't think we've seen it. We generally see that trend a lot. It seems like Cup races have kind of been going green at the end, and I think all Chase Elliott fans are happy that it went that way.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all still partying as we speak. The siren in Dawsonville, I'm sure, is still blaring. In March, we didn't really know how this season was going to go, if we were even going to have a season. NASCAR ends up being the first sport back, and we ended on time with a champ that I know a lot of our fans are excited about. How would you rate the 2020 season?
I think, I don't know, weird for sure. But as far as letter grade, you got to give an A to everyone, everybody involved in the sport to be hit the blow that the whole world took, back in March, and then be able to end your season on time and get back on schedule. It's just, it's a credit to a ton of people, not only the sanctioning body, but all the teams and all the crew members, everybody to adapt. And I think that's what'll be interesting going into next year is now we kind of have more of an idea of what the season's going to be like. Nobody knew last off season that you were going to be going to one-day shows and no practice and no qualifying. That was all kind of came on the fly, and everybody had to adapt as they went.
Is there a team or a driver that you think can adapt to 2021 now, given that we may not have qualifying, we may not have practices? They have learned now through 2020 what to expect next season.
Yeah, I always think, the best teams are going to come to play, and that's kind of what we saw. But then it kind of changed, as it went on. Everybody continues to adapt. And now I think having a whole off season to reassess how you do things and prepare for these, I think it's hard to give an edge to anyone. Obviously, the top guys are going to be the top guys, but as far as what team or what manufacturer is going to be the strongest, I think it's going to be up to who works the hardest this offseason and gets most prepared.
All right. Well, we made it. We can officially say 2020 is in the books. Cole, I appreciate you joining me all season long.
Thanks, Alex. You too.